Good morning. So I'm want to put a little different touch. We've been talking in the morning about technology, lack of technologies, and all of the technology that we need to do. And in the context of collaboration, when you collaborate, the collaboration is the key ingredient for innovation, and that's what it goes close to my heart, what I do for a living, trying to motivate innovation and checking innovators and trying to make innovation a reality past the invention. So first, for the few of you that arrived late, if you haven't noticed, we had a crash in the oil price. And to tell you the truth, this is great news for me. And it's great news because in the moments of panic, many people run for the exit. But this is a moment where innovators are made. The next wave of innovation that happens in the oil industry, this is the best opportunity that we can have because of this. Now, there are other opportunities, and I'll show you that in a second. So I joined the offshore drilling industry 3.5 years ago. So by no means I'm an expert in offshore drilling, so for the record. But I needed to know what is, if I'm going to be doing innovation or helping others to innovate or helping my company to innovate, what is the landscape? And then I look at this study, a topographic map of all of the patents, unique patent families created in the offshore drilling industry. Remember, this is not production, okay? And this is nothing below the mud line, below the seabed. This is not included in this snapshot. So you're seeing about 36,000 patents that were filed in 46 years. I couldn't go farther away because these patents are not digital, okay? So they are patents, but you know. So 36,000 patents, and you say, well, is that enough? Is that good? Is that a good number? So just to give you an example, one industry that is being in crisis the last 3-4 years, and you can see it from the number of acquisitions and the commoditization phenomena going on, is the telecom industry. The telecommunications industry, you're seeing a lot of news recently, mergers, et cetera, is a commodity. Okay, great technology, but it's a commodity. Last year, 2014, they filed 37,000 patents while being a commodity. Okay, and this is the entire offshore drilling industry in almost half a century. So the other thing that you see on this map, when you start seeing the mountains and valleys on it, you start seeing fluid things and mechanical things and heavy things. You don't see advanced analytics, advanced algorithms, artificial intelligence. Any of the new stuff that all universities all over the map are creating great engineering about is not mentioned here. A lot of technology that already exists being used that creates reliable, efficient equipment is not listed in this thing. And it sounds shocking. So let's continue investigating a little bit more. So the next thing to find out what is in the landscape, one of the techniques I recommend people to do is grab every possible magazine, trade magazine about your industry and do a work route, okay? And try to put, what is the people thinking about? What is the people writing about? What is the people saying? And you see a lot of BOP, drilling, pressure systems, okay, translation, subsea equipment. So people is concerned about subsea equipment, and it makes sense. In the offshore drilling, you are drilling every day deeper waters. You have more challenges, more hydrostatic pressures, more issues. So it's understandable that people need to be focusing on that area. So let's investigate further on that. This is a map of the total number of patents filed in 20 years on subsea well technology for drilling industry. Okay, did you see the number? It's 331. The majority of them actually filed by Chinese companies, which is probably the topic for another conference. Let's go down. The top manufacturers in this industry are filing about 1 patent a year on the number one subject that people is concerned about offshore drilling today. So what is going on? So originally I thought, well, I'm new to this industry. They don't have people that innovate. I mean, how that can happen. Turns out that this industry has a lot of very smart people, very well-educated, very highly motivated people to break this, but we have another problem. Our problem is not technology, or in my opinion, it's not technology. In my opinion, it's actually business models. Business models that reward uptime, that reward, remember that when I'm a rig owner, I rent my rig to an operator, and I buy equipment from somebody else and put it in my rig. Every time my rig is not working, I'm not making the money I'm supposed to make, my customer is really mad at me, and somebody else is saying, ka-ching. That's not the sign of a proper business model, one that fosters innovation, one that fosters uptime. Right now, the business model actually fosters quite the opposite. Okay, downtime is the reward for few, and with the guys that are suffering the downtime, that are suffering the consequences of liability, et cetera, are not in control of this. So the number one point to break this cycle is breaking what I call them from game theory, the prisoner's dilemma. Prisoner's dilemma, as you remember, is the dilemma where you have, we commit a crime together, we get put to jail, one of us goes to one cell, the other one goes to the other cell, and police says, if you tell me everything you guys did, you go free, and the other one will go for life. At the end of the story, we both go for life. We don't collaborate. The only way to break this cycle, lowers the barrier to entry, and creates innovation and cover this map with a much different landscape is by all of us working together, creating business models that entice us, all of us, to work together between the operators, the rig owners, and the OEMs. Then this will be full. And by the way, so my last point on this is this map actually is a great opportunity for all of you technical people who want to be innovators, because if the landscape is empty, it's for us to fill it up with new brain power. Thank you.